Hey, STE kindergarten. I'm just coming to read Thumbelina to you today. So I'm going to show you the pictures of the story, and let's get started with this book called Thumbelina. This isn't a very common story, so I bet there's quite a few of you that have never heard it. So we're going to start with a picture walk. And we're just going to take a look at the pictures. So, you see this first one here? This is interesting. Wonder what that's making you think of. We have a older woman here taking a look at a flower. Oh, this makes me wonder what this story could be about. There's a small, teeny tiny girl inside of this flower. How is that possible? That also helps me to think that this story might not be true. That means it's what kind of story? Fiction. Fiction is fake, remember? Oh, now the little girl is, what is she doing? Can you tell what this is? This is the inside of a walnut shell. Walnuts aren't very big. Oh, we have different characters now. Who are our new characters? That's right. Two frogs. This one appears to be a mama and a daddy, maybe. Making some predictions here. Appears like there might be some type of problem they're discussing. She's sitting over here on a lily pad. Lily pads are a kind of plant. They float on top of the water. Ah, we have other characters. What is this? Fish and a butterfly. She must not be very big if she's able to sit on the top of this plant that's floating in the water. Well, this illustration shows something different. Have you noticed the seasons have changed? Take a look. Now we have snowflakes. We are in the season of winter. Now she's inside the house with a mouse. Wonder why she's living with a mouse. Or is the mouse living with her? Makes me want to read the story and find out what's going on. She must be teeny tiny, but she's standing in front of these mice and she's not bigger than them. Maybe that's why she's called Thumbelina. This seems like a sad moment. This bird doesn't look okay. Here she's sitting having a discussion with the mouse. Oh, maybe something good has happened. This illustration, take a look at all of these pictures. And that looks like they're having a party, so there must be something good happening at the end of the story. All right, I'm going to take you back to the beginning of the story, and I am going to read it to you. Let me get back to the beginning. Thumbelina. Once upon a time, there was a woman who was very sad because she did not have any children. One day, she planted a magical seed. That night, the seed grew into a flowering plant. Not the kind of plant I was thinking. What a beautiful flower, said the woman as she kissed the petals. At that moment, the flower opened, and inside sat a teeny tiny girl. That girl was no bigger than a thumb. The woman named her Thumbelina. At night, Thumbelina slept in a polished walnut shell. One night, a mother came and took Thumbelina away. The mother toad wanted Thumbelina to marry her son. The mother toad and her son placed Thumbelina on a water lily leaf in the river. Then they set off to plan the wedding. Lots of plants in this book. Thumbelina was very sad. She began to cry. A fish heard Thumbelina's sobs. It nibbled on the stem of the lily pad until the leaf broke free. Thumbelina floated down the river. Soon, summer disappeared and winter came. Thumbelina was cold. A field mouse took pity on her. "My dear, you must come home with me," the field mouse said. Pity. That's an interesting word. What do you think pity might mean? Pity means to feel sorry for somebody. Thumbelina spent the rest of the winter in the mouse's snug burrow. They became good friends. This answers my question I was wondering about. So Thumbelina lives in the mouse's house. Good readers ask questions as they're reading and looking at the pictures, and it gives them a reason to read the story. In a burrow nearby lived Mr. Mole. He liked to visit in the evening and hear Thumbelina sing. Oh, so that's not a mouse, that's a mole. One evening while visiting Mr. Mole, Thumbelina found a swallow. The bird was cold and hurt. Oh. Now I'm understanding why Thumbelina seemed so upset here about this bird. I thought maybe the bird was dead, but it just says it was cold and hurt. Thumbelina cared for the swallow and brought him food every day. Mr. Mole had fallen in love with Thumbelina. He wanted to marry her. Thumbelina did not want to marry Mr. Mole. Once again, she was very unhappy. One day, the swallow that Thumbelina had cared for came to her help to escape. Together, they flew south to warmer lands. Oh, look, she's got other little tiny people that are like her, little fairies. In the new land filled with flowers, Thumbelina met a king. He was tiny too. Thumbelina became the queen, and she and the king lived happily ever after. Wasn't that a great story? I don't think I've ever listened to that one. I want you to maybe draw your favorite part or think about all the different characters or make a list of the different kinds of plants that were in this story. There were quite a few that we came across. One was a special kind of plant. Do you know what it was? Can't wait to see you guys. Talk to you later.